Okay, before you say anything, I just want to acknowledge the fact that my channel is basically just this meme now. And now that we've acknowledged that, yeah, here's another one. While the Starfield salt over the last few months has brought a lot of new players into the mix, it can be easy to forget about the loudest names of the console war. It's easy to just poke fun at a million people on Twitter all at once without giving any attention to the usual console warriors, and you have to wonder if the usual big-name console warriors, people like J-Tech and Crap Gamer Reviews, you gotta wonder if they're starting to feel a little left out by how much Twitter has been taking the attention away from them. Which is the only explanation I can think of as to why our boy King Thrash decided to get so anti-Starfield on Twitter the other day that he actually ended up getting hit with a community note. Twice. But who is King Thrash? Well, for context, he's someone you may have seen before if you watch fanboy response content on YouTube. He's somehow managed to garner over 14,000 subscribers on YouTube and 5,000 followers on Twitter. And if you think I've been milking Starfield recently, just look at this guy's content. We've got Exposing Starfield Part 3, it's a big series. Todd Howard caught lying about Starfield SMDH. Starfield leak shows outdated disaster. The glitches and downgrades of Starfield Part 1. Will Starfield rate higher than Baldur's Gate? How Microsoft uses your feedback to sell Xbox, which is a funny one to me because he presents that like a bad thing. Like, oh, how this company uses the consumer's feedback to make the thing more appealing. It's like, yeah, welcome to business. Xbox Series is a failure. Do Xbox influencers play Xbox? Let's investigate. I was actually going to respond to a King Thrash video a few months ago. I don't remember what video, and I don't remember why I scrapped it. I honestly I blocked that whole part out of my brain. But I did keep this edit that I was going to use, so now I have an excuse to show it to you. Hello.
Extra motherfucking potassium having ass fanboys that sound stupid as fuck.
Who is this?
But why am I bringing up King Thrash? Why am I putting this gentleman in the spotlight? Well, dear viewer, King Thrash not only became the first console fanboy that I've seen to get a community note on Twitter, but he apparently got a whole article written about his stupidity on .esports. This is not a drill. So it all started here with this tweet. On August 28th, King Thrash in all of his glory tweeted out, "You cannot go to these, quote, planets because exploration was a lie. Jesus, it gets so worse." And as some of you probably noticed right away, there's probably a good fucking reason you can't go to those planets, because they are gas giants. As in, not actual walkable planets. They're just a big ball of gas. The community note was quick to point this out, likely reading from a 5th grade textbook. Saturn, like any gas giant, does not have a solid surface on which a spacecraft can land on, as it is mostly composed of hydrogen and helium. Flying through it would be very difficult due to the extreme levels of pressure and very high temperatures. It would also be pitch dark. And it's at this point that if you were King Thrash, you would probably just tap out and go home and eat a Snickers or something. But judging by how much of my video is left, I think you already know that's not what happened. At MintySOT responded with, "It's a gas giant. You physically cannot walk on gas. Never seen an adult so triggered over a video game before. Ready for another 100 posts bashing Starfield tomorrow?" To which King Thrash responds, "You can't physically use jetpack or make aliens into pets using mind control, but I mean, here we are." And he got hit with another strike 2! So he got hit with another community note pointing out that astronauts use jetpacks, officially called manned maneuvering units, to move around during untethered spacewalks. Although they were retired following the Space Shuttle Challenger disaster in 1986, similar tech is still used for tethered spacewalks. Congratulations, King Thrash! You have taken the Starfield salt to such a level that you've gotten community noticed twice in 24 hours. That, I don't know if we're ever topping that. Ooh, this is my favorite part. So Crimson responds to the original tweet, "No shit, you can't walk on gas." And then King Thrash responds to that, "Yeah, and you can't make a spaceship in the shape of a robot, but I guess we choosy on fiction now." Remember that he says we're choosy on fiction now. Because literally right below this, at Tier 1 Diabetic responds, "You cannot go to this, quote, planet because exploration was a lie. Jesus, it gets so worse." And Thrash responds, "That's not a planet, it's a star." Oh. So now real life terminology matters. I thought we were being choosy on fiction. You can't defend your stupid-ass positions by saying people are just being choosy on fiction, but then use reality as a shield from criticism. But also, the second half of this response really gets me. You should be able to fly around its surface. Bro, a gas giant has no surface. That is the point. Rick Pendragon responds, you're conflating technological advancements, robots, jetpack, FTL spaceships, with laws of the universe. A gas giant is a gas. One we can reach as a society, the other is set in stone. Thrash responds, what about mind control? Bro, my friend, are you okay? Ray B410 says, me when a space wizard teleports me to the surface of Neptune where wind speeds reach over 2,000 kilometers an hour. But of course Thrash responds, I mean that should be a thing too though. Go to a high heat, high winds, whatever, why wouldn't people want this in a game is beyond me. Yeah bro, Bethesda totally should have dedicated some extra dev time to checks notes, making planets that kill you instantly and are impossible to do anything on in an RPG where doing things is the whole point. You know, it's starting to sound like nothing Bethesda could have done with Starfield would have made you happy. Like, it's starting to sound like you don't even know what you want, and even if you got it, you wouldn't be happy about it. So obviously King Thrash got thoroughly annihilated in the responses. This ratio of the original tweet is absolutely incredible. And .esports wrote that aforementioned article about the whole thing. Everyone had a nice big laugh, and this would be yet another instance where if you were King Thrash here, you would probably just want to tap out, take a nap, eat another Snickers, but King Thrash is not a bitch. All right, this is not a bitch. He doesn't back down, even though he really should have. And shortly after all of this, he tweets out, lol, these idiots made a whole article about me saying we should be able to explore gas giants. That's actually not what the article was about. It was about how you were literally fucking wrong about how gas giants work, but good try. They somehow think this isn't possible in a video game that allows you to travel at light speed. I mean, clearly they haven't played Mass Effect, but hey, I'll let them cook. Does Mass Effect let you walk around gas giants? I didn't think they let you do that, but okay. He also tweeted out, damn, even No Man's Sky lets you do it, lol. It's wild out here. They so mad Starfield is a minimalist space game. Yeah, see, the thing about that is it's not a traditional space game. Starfield is an RPG set in space. They've been open about this from the start. I don't understand why people keep trying to negatively compare Starfield to No Man's Sky when, as I've said in a million other videos, the similarities between Starfield and No Man's Sky basically begin and end with the fact that there are multiple planets and spaceships. No Man's Sky is a space survival exploration game. Starfield is an RPG set on a bunch of planets with basic mechanics of how to get from planet to planet. Oh, they so mad Starfield is a minimalist space game. No one's mad about that because we knew that. If this is what you define as a minimalist space game, yeah, we already knew that. We've known that from the start. That's not why we're here. That's not why we're excited. And that's not what Bethesda's been selling it on. So what's the point? One more. I wanted for y'all comments to pile up so I could hand out thousands of L's at once. All the lies y'all said, lol, hilarious, but I have proof as to why I said what I said. You can't beat the facts. Todd lied about the planets you could go to. Still undefeated. Starfield is trash. And this also has a phenomenal ratio after 1 hour. Oh my god. At the time that I'm making this video, he's still doing his best to redeem himself because obviously Mother Thrash raised King Thrash with the hard-headedness of a steel factory, so I'm sure this saga will continue, but for now, I'm gonna get off Mr. Bones' wild ride. I simply cannot anymore. I can no longer. But hopefully we can take away a little life lesson here, which is if you have a take on Twitter so fucking bad that an entire article gets written about you, it might be time to take a step back and just eat the fucking Snickers. Enjoy Starfield, my friends. Toodles.